So I'm going to start here at the lobby at Couples Negril. You can see that it's open air. There's plenty of seating. There are these really nice swings that are over on the left by the guest services desk. I don't show them in this video though. This is where you can make your dinner reservations and things like that. There's also gift shops up here. It is on a higher level than the rest of the resort, so you have to walk downstairs or a ramp to get down to the ground floor, but you can see the views are really beautiful. Okay, so I just walked down. That's the lobby area up there. Walk down these stairs and you're going to find the Cassava Terrace, which is their buffet restaurant. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner depending on the occupancy and season. It's also where you'll see a lot of your live shows. Here you have the main pool area. I will say the pool at this particular couples resort is one of the nicest ones that they have to offer, in my opinion. It's pretty large. There's plenty of seating. And as you can see, so right now it's about 7:30, 8 in the morning. And there are chairs out, but there's also people up. So people aren't really like waking up at like 5 in the morning to reserve chairs and then never come out. We noticed that people do tend to rise pretty early at this resort compared to some of the other ones that we've been to. Over there you'll find the veggie bar. That's where you can find some lighter lunch options, smoothies, paninis, Budo bowls, things like that. So there are 2 hot tubs that are connected to this main pool. They're doing some maintenance on one right now. And then over here is the swim up bar. So this is a pretty popular place. After the bar opens, people like to hang out here most of the day. One of the perks with the swim up bar is that it does have ocean views. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes people will slide over that little waterfall to go from the main pool to the swim up pool, but to get back over the other way, you usually have to get out and then walk up the stairs and go around. They did recently redo the pool deck on the other side, the one that I just stepped off of. They are scheduled to redo this one soon. It definitely needs it. And then you have a pool volleyball net set up. They don't always have this set up, but they're going to be playing volleyball. And then you have the second hot tub. There's a nice designated smoking area right over here where people can kind of hang out and enjoy their smoke if they want. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the main beach area. So over there, that's the main pool, the swim up bar, all that, so you can see how close it is to the beach. They have a volleyball net set up there. There are people playing volleyball all day, every day. Everybody's having a lot of fun. The entertainment team is really good at getting people signed up and involved in that. So this is the rest of the main beach area. Over there, if you can see those buoys that are in the sand, that is separating off the nude sunbathing area that Couples Negril has. It's all on the other side of that fencing right there. So in order to be on that side, you do have to be completely nude. It is not clothing optional, and you have to be there with a partner. You can't go over there solo either. And then they have their own swimming area roped off as well. And then this is the main beach area. So for those of you who might not know, Negril is known for its amazing 7-mile long beach. It is separated into 2 different parts, Bloody Bay and Long Bay. So Couples Swept Away is located over on Long Bay. Morning. And Couples Negril is located on Bloody Bay. So Long Bay is about 5 miles long. Bloody Bay is about 2 miles long. Long Bay has more of your traditional long beach shape, where Bloody Bay, as you can see, is more of like a crescent, half moon shape. Good morning. So the views are a little bit different on this beach, but The sand is gorgeous. The water is crystal clear and calm. There is just like a strip of seagrass right there that you can see, but it's pretty easy to just kind of avoid. And once you get past that strip, it's clean. There's nothing in the water at all. So you just kind of have to make your way over that little strip of seagrass. Morning. And then here you can see all the seating that they have available, tons of chairs. There is a lot of shade. The shade has cleared out a little bit because of Hurricane Beryl. It unfortunately stripped a lot of the trees, so there's not as much shade as there used to be, but the trees are growing back, so it's getting there. I'm out here pretty early in the morning, so there isn't a bunch of people out yet, which is usually kind of when I try to make these videos, try to get as few people caught in it as possible and respect people's privacy. So still tons of seating. Back there is the beach grill, and then that colored building right there is a little gift shop that they have on the beach. The gift shop there is part of the resort, and so you can use resort credit. It gets charged to your room. They do not accept cash. So this is still the main swimming area here. You can see the ropes are ending right there, which is where the water sports start. And then we have all the water sports that Couples provides. You can see the snorkeling boat right there. The dive boat, I think, is out. I think people, wait, no, that is the dive boat. There's the snorkeling boat back there. And then we have some boats that can be used for like wakeboarding, water skiing, things like that, if you like to do that kind of thing. And then they also have kayaks, paddle boards, Hobie cats, all sorts of different water sports that are all part of the all-inclusive. Good morning. No, thank you. No. So that, in case you're wondering, that's what a common interaction would be with most of the vendors on the beach. They're going to offer you whatever it is that they're selling, but nobody is ever really pushy. Just tell them no thank you and they keep walking. All right, there's all the water sports. And then this is the end of the Couples Negril beach. So you can see it is pretty long, lots of space, very nice. Okay, so walking back up from the beach, I'm gonna show you a couple of other areas. That is the beach bathroom. It was actually like really nice and clean. We appreciated that. Over here is some of the spa area. So right there is the beach hut where you can get your couples massages. Up there is the tree house, which is another spa area. It does come at an extra cost though, so just kind of keep that in mind. It's not very much, if I recall. I believe it was like $25, but it wasn't bad at all. And then back through here, there's another pool. You'll see it is set up right now. They're doing the diving instruction. So if you are not PADI certified, you can take care of that here for an extra fee. And then back through here is one of our favorite spots on the resort. There's this little, small, quiet, tucked away hot tub back here. You kind of just feel like you're in a jungle surrounded by trees. There usually isn't really anybody out here because it is so quiet and it's kind of far away from the bars and the restaurants and things. So for the most part, every time we've been out here, we've had it just to ourselves and it's been really pleasant. Okay, so back to the main pool area. I just want to show you a couple of the dining options that are around. So as you can see, this is the main pool and the beach. This is the beach grill, and then it becomes Heliconia at night, which is just a casual kind of like Italian, Mediterranean type restaurant. You can get pizza, pasta, and then like other like meaty entrees instead if you want. During the afternoon, this is where you can find your burgers, your Jamaican patties, jerk chicken, all of that kind of stuff. So they always have the schedule written on these boards, so it's easy to find. And then one thing that I really appreciated is that they had the menus for all of the restaurants as well. So you could come and check and see what you wanted to eat that evening. And then back here they have some juice, sodas, ice cream machine. There's usually chips and stuff in there as well with like nacho cheese and different toppings if you want. And then one thing just to mention about the restaurants as I show the menus again, only one of the restaurants, Otahite, is the only one that requires reservation. Everything else does not, so that is really nice. Okay, so over here is the fine dining restaurant. You'll see it's still over by the pool, so everything is pretty centralized. Nothing's very far away from anything else. So this restaurant is their fine dining Caribbean restaurant. There is a dress code. Men must wear pants, closed-toed shoes, and a collared shirt. Women can wear pretty much anything as long as it's not super casual. And during my site inspection, I learned that they do have a new program where you can rent pants or shirts in case you forgot it. It is complimentary, so that way you don't have to buy something just to be able to eat dinner here. Okay, so there are the stairs from the main lobby, just to give you an idea of where I'm standing. So this is Lychee. This is the Asian-inspired restaurant. It does not require a reservation and does not have a dress code. So now I'm just going to show you some of the grounds on the property. You can see everything is very lush, exotic, green, tons of trees. The groundskeeping crew does a really good job of keeping everything well manicured. The one thing that you will see is that the buildings are much bigger than at Swept Away. A little bit more of like a hotel feel just because there's more rooms in each building. But it still feels very exotic. So you can see there's 3 floors to each room or each building. And then this is the spa area. Morning. You'll see that there's, normally that's a fountain that's running, but I think they've turned off right now because it's still pretty early in the morning. But beautiful little areas. So even if you are in the garden rooms, which are these rooms back here, you still have beautiful views of lush gardens and a little bit of a ocean view sometimes as well. It's pretty obstructed because it's through, you know, the trees and the buildings and things, but not too bad. All right, there you go. There was someone working out, so I didn't want to take a video of this area, but this is just right outside of the gym. It's a good spot for stretching, yoga. There's a boxing bag, steps, yoga balls, kettlebells, all sorts of things out there. This is the inside of the gym. It is air conditioned, which is awesome. There you can see the cardio equipment, mostly treadmills, a couple of ellipticals and bikes. My only complaint with this gym is that it is a small area and there's a lot of equipment, so it feels pretty tight and cramped. The equipment was pretty well maintained, some wear and tear, but everything was usable and functional. There you can see the Smith machine. They had a lot of dumbbells, and the dumbbells went really heavy, which is nice. You don't see that at resorts all the time. And then they had some preset barbells as well. You can see some cables right there in the back. They had upper body machines, lower body machines, pretty much anything you would need for a good workout. So here's the game room. So in here you will find an ATM. It does not charge a fee. Checkers. There's a pool table. Some slot machines if you feel like gambling. There are some other games as well, like Pictionary, Taboo, Monopoly. Here you will find the library. So if you wanted a book or you finished a book and wanted to leave one behind, this is a good spot to go. They are separated by language, primarily German and English, and then some other languages mixed in. There's a cigarette vending machine, which I thought was kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. A TV, and they do have a remote in here, so if there's something in particular that you're wanting to watch, like maybe sports or something, this is a good spot for that. And then a computer if you need to use one.